When I was younger, I would go to a babysitter during the day while my parents were off at work. There I made many friends, but no friend closer than Stephen. You see, Stephen was my babysitter's son, so he was always there. Even though he was a couple years older than me, we always got along. We always had a great time. You see, Stephen almost became an older brother figure to me. But as middle school came along, he started acting strange, differently. This was prevalent also when he moved on to high school. I started to notice that he was never around anymore. Sophomore year, Stephen overdosed, and he was left for dead. You see, in today's society, drugs are everywhere. Too often we're not ready to talk about addiction until it's about a celebrity, someone that's a figurehead. But now, drugs have worked its way into everyday society. Through my life experiences and the research I have done, I've concluded that drug abuse and addiction has become one of the largest healthcare epidemics that we are facing today. To show this, I will be talking about how addiction and abuse is detrimental as a brain disease, talk about drug use on the rise, and what the cost of addiction is. Drug abuse and addiction is a debilitating brain disease, not a choice. In a study done by addictionsandrecovery.org, it is seen that 50 to 60% of the chance of someone becoming addicted to a substance is purely genetic. This means that the other 50 to 40% are determined on such things as chemical dependency and the environment they live in. And a different study done by the same website shows that the environment is a large factor of if you have a great ability to become addicted. It is shown that children that grow up in the house of addicts are 8 times more likely to become an addict. When you take a drug, you stimulate your brain. The stimulation starts to become a craving for the stimulant. A lot of people talk about addiction as a choice of will, someone's ability to say no and to stop. Well, that sounds nice in theory, but it's not true. As seen here, genetics in your brain craves and desires this, making your body useless without it. Your body becomes adapted to it, creating a dependency, showing that there truly is more than willpower that is needed to get off a drug. And this is seen through the rise of drug users all across this nation, in very many different social classes. For something to be an epidemic, it has to be widely spread. Well, according to the government's Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, teenagers have steadily increased their drug use. Through the data, they show that 70% of all teenagers have tried alcohol before the age of 18. Through the same government agency, we found the information that 1 out of every 5 teenagers is a binge drinker. But coupled with this, only 1 out of 100 parents know or think this to be true, showing how drugs and addiction has been set on the back burner. But what if that 1 in 5 teenager was your brother, your sister, your son or daughter, or even your friend? Would you take the steps to change the way you envision drug abuse so that you could help that person? But you see, drug addiction isn't only for teenagers. It's actually seen that the older population has been following the same suit as the young generation and has increased their drug use. Actually, it is seen since 2002 that the age range of 50 to 54 has doubled in their drug use, and ages 55 between 59 has almost tripled in their amount of usage. Bias or not, we have to rethink the way we look at drug addiction, because the way we think about it now isn't working. As seen by the numbers, the drug addiction is skyrocketing. Drug users are becoming more and more prevalent, but these come with cost, both financially and to health. According to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Science Administration, each year we are spending about $600 billion on drug-related crime, job loss, and health care. Financial isn't the only cost an addict has to pay. You see, through these ingesting of these very harsh chemicals, your body breaks down. Just last year, 38,000 people died from drug overdoses, and 40,000 died from illegal/legal drug-influenced deaths. Also, there was 25 plus people that died from alcohol-related deaths. But these aren't just statistics. These are fathers, sons, daughters, friends. Friends like Stephen. You see, once we change the way we look at drug abuse and addiction, we can change what it is. We just have to come together, drop our biases, and use some willpower to understand.